throwing, the thing that has irritated some players since its inception.
You're swapping with me, or I'm dying 15 times middle lane. I'm the face of League.
Yes, technically that's also a form of throwing, but not the type I'm referring to. The throw I'm talking about is a close range maneuver where you lift your opponent and throw them away from you, causing them to fall on the floor. Throwing can be deceptively complicated. It could be as easy as pressing 2 buttons, or 2 full complete circles. It could do slightly more damage than a light attack, or take more than half your health. But something that every throw has in common is the ability to change the momentum of a match almost instantly. You could be in the worst of positions, but all it takes is just one throw to change the match. There are mainly 2 types of throws you'll encounter, unless you play Tekken: regular throws and command grabs. Regular throws are something that every character has. They may not look the same, but they all function similarly. The damage you get from them is pretty small, but how quickly they come out makes up for that. For example, in Guilty Gear, normal throws are 2 frames, making it the fastest close range move in the game. If you're really up close, you might as well try to throw your opponent. In Street Fighter V, they are 5 frames, making it the second fastest, only beat out by 3 frame moves like jabs. But the biggest utility you can get out of a regular throw is its directional output. Something you learn very fast in fighting games is how valuable stage positioning is. The closer you are to the corner, the less space you have to move. So throwing your opponent makes it easier to push your opponent towards the corner, or even trade places with them to get out of the corner. Now for command grabs, this is where all the fun starts. Command grabs are often one big sequence like a Potemkin Buster or a flying power bomb, but sometimes they're used as starters or enders to add more damage to the combo, like G Impact or Rainbow Typhoon. Once you land a big command grab, you enter what I like to call gamble mode. Since they're unblockable and can't be teched, your opponent has to choose between avoiding the attack by dashing or jumping, or predict that you're baiting them to get a free punish and just block the attack regularly. So all you really need to do to win the gamble is to guess right 3 times. So if you're into gambling, you might as well get your fix from Grapplers. The rush you get from being one combo away from losing and then turning that around to win the match is worth it. You can be just as annoying with regular throws, but it requires a bit more effort and conditioning. The strike throw playstyle works exactly how the name implies. You pressure them with fast strikes to condition them to block, and then open them up with throws. This works really well with fast characters like Giovanna or Cammy, since they're fast and can easily bait by shimmying. If you're able to condition your opponent well enough, you can get away with things like this. Just make sure you don't repeat the same mix-ups. Even back then when throws weren't as developed, they were still just as good, perhaps even better. Training mode wasn't a thing, and in order to practice new tech you'd have to spend quarters at an arcade. So things like tick throws were considered cheap by many, because not everyone knew how to defend against it. You also had less options to counter throws too. Sometimes the only thing you could do is try to throw them back and hope you get the 50-50. You could imagine how salty some people would be putting quarters into the machine, expecting to have fun, only to get throw looped to death. And teching throws wasn't an option either, at least not in the same way you'd see today. It would only soften the blow and not negate damage completely. So even if you did see it coming and reacted quickly, your only real option to not take damage is to DP, which is a really tight window, so unless you spend all of your time practicing at an arcade, it's not a reliable option. Nowadays you can either tech or backdash to save yourself from damage. Throws in Street Fighter 2 also had no whiff animation, which is kinda crazy compared to modern standards. And also command grabs could be executed with negative edge. Negative edge allows you to input a command and release the button instead of pressing it to execute it. This allowed grapplers to take advantage of some insane setups, and I think this is where all the hate for grapplers came from. Especially with T-Hawk, he was able to abuse it the most. If you're in the corner, there's literally nothing you can do. You can't hold block because he's gonna command grab you. If you try to DP, he'll block it because of negative edge. And if you try to jump to avoid the command grab, remember there's no whiff animation, so he can just punish you right there. It's a win-win situation for T-Hawk when you're in the corner. He also has a touch of death combo, so there's that too. I kinda feel bad for Zangief. For some reason he didn't get the special treatment, so his command grab actually whiffs. T-Hawk and E-Honda can do all the crazy option select stuff, but Zangief can't take advantage of it. You can do the negative edge stuff with him, but if you're too far away that whiff animation will come out, and it's punishable. Although throws can be annoying to deal with, sometimes taking the throw is the better option. For example, Oro stones can lead to a ton of damage, so people will often not contest it until his V-trigger is gone. Oro players know this, so sometimes they'll constantly throw you to get you to attack. But as Brian F says,
the stones can still cover you? Yo, that's actually cheap. Kinda dumb. Respect the stones. What do you mean kinda dumb?
it may feel annoying, but it's better than losing the whole round. Look how far ahead Bison is compared to Oro. Now Oro just popped V-trigger, so Bison starts blocking understandably. And look, he's taking the throw like he should. But all of a sudden, he tries to contest. And that's where it all went wrong. He should have just taken the throw.
He's not dead, is he? He is now, let's go.
Another good reason to take the throw is when you're trying to time out your opponent. If you're ahead, they have to force an interaction, not you. So avoiding them or constantly blocking will waste their time. Since you're doing that, the easiest way for them to get damage is to throw you. So if you just let them throw you instead of risking yourself getting comboed, it works every time as long as you have enough health. Although this doesn't work in Guilty Gear because you can combo off of throws. Now I know I just made Grapplers look like the easiest characters on the planet, but contrary to popular belief, Grapplers are kinda hard to play. There's a reason why a lot of them end up near the bottom of people's tier lists. Grapplers have to fish for that initial command throw to get any momentum. If you get them stuck in neutral or pressure them with fast buttons since they're slow, they end up struggling a lot. Speed and range are a Grappler's worst nightmare, and they have to make a really big read when they throw out a command grab. The animation lasts pretty long, so if you whiff, it can easily go wrong. If you have range against a Grappler, you don't necessarily have to interact to do damage. They have to approach you. Also, Grappler combos can sometimes be very difficult. In order to play Potemkin at a high level, you need to know how to Kara cancel his inputs. The cancel window is very small, and sometimes you have to do it in between combos. So just remember this part of the video the next time you lose 90% of your health to one combo. It was a truly well-earned 90%, okay? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. How do you feel about throws? Are you a throw enjoyer, or should they be toned down? Also, for all the grapplers out there, let me know who your favorite grappler is. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Join the Discord if you want to hang out with us. Follow my Twitter for updates. Check out my Patreon if you want exclusive content and want to support the channel. And I occasionally stream on Twitch. As always, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace. And by the way, this video is not Grappler propaganda, okay? This is all true and honest facts. This was not sponsored by Grapplers in any way, shape, or form. And I also don't play Grapplers either, okay? I would never play Grappler.